Shalom, brothers and sisters. Matthew 24 verse 12. And because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. We've quoted that many times. We've covered these stories many times. We're seeing lawlessness abound everywhere all the time, and it gets worse, not even by the day, by the minute, as we barrel towards the finish line. Murder crisis plagues DC as mayor begs for more officers after defunding the police. DC Mayor Muriel Bowser, a former supporter of defund the police movement, is urgently calling for increased policing as the nation's capital faces out-of-control murder crisis. What can I say is this: to me, numbers are just numbers. When we lose one person, whether it's 1 or 200, it's too many, Bowser said at a press conference. Of course, Bowser, like many Democrat mayors, blames firearms as the issue, deflecting possibly her disastrous social justice reforms only emboldening criminals while punishing law-abiding taxpayers across Washington, which is imploding, and the metro area. The Washington Post can't even ignore what's going on anymore. For the first time in a quarter century, the year's homicide toll in Washington has surpassed 200 before October, a mark of surging violence that has angered and distressed local leaders, that has drawn scrutiny from Congress and made residents question whether they can safely live in the nation's capital. I think it's a good, how can I say, picture of what the nation is at the moment, for the capital to be this bad. You know how bad the nation is. WAPO added, the last time DC logged its 200th homicide before October was in August 12, 1997, in a year that ended with 303 people slain, according to data. After that, annual totals generally trended downward, staying below 200 from 2004 to 2020, with a low of 88 in 2012, but the killing pace has picked up, reaching 226 in 2021, and it's rising fast. Interesting that the pickup starts in 2020. Now on that, the next article ties right in. Philadelphia journalist who mocked the concern over violent crime in Democrat cities shot dead in his home. Josh Kruger was shot 7 times after someone entered his home, shot him at the base of his stairs, and then fled. Kruger ran outside seeking help from his neighbors and collapsed, where police found them after responding to the call after 1:30 a.m. Kruger was rushed to the medical center, where he died just before 2:15 a.m. No arrests were made, no sign of forced entry into the home. Either the door was open or the offender knew how to get the door open, he said. We just don't know. Some idiot just said, this is now Kruger, the guy who got killed, you're more likely to get shot and killed than die of COVID in Philly, to make some insensitive rhetoric point for his side. Folks, 4 times as many Philadelphians have died of COVID than gunshots. I understand math is hard, but do better, Kruger. He also goes on with a bunch of rants about the fact that violent crime is not a problem in Democrat cities, and now he himself is a victim of the said process. Carrying on. Interesting when it comes around full circle. But us as believers, as much as we look at Matthew 24 verse 12 about lawlessness abounding and the love of many growing cold, we don't forget about verse 14, the very next verse. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. The King is coming. Shalom.